8. I turned 30 and threw myself a party. Nobody came. A week later, Mom sent an invite. Dad's 50th birthday. $1,800 per person. Venmo me, not even a sorry, just a bill. I sent $1 with a note, congratulations. I changed the locks, blocked every number. 2 days later, my sister tried to access the joint account, blocked. Then they reported me as a missing person. Police showed up at my door. Part 2. I shook my head. No, family is about respect. And you never had any for me? Respect? Mom laughed, a bitter, sharp sound. We've done everything for you, and this is how you repay us? Everything for me? You mean letting me pay for your house? Your vacations? Sarah's wedding? Ethan's college? Or how you didn't even bother showing up for my birthday? Your birthday? Dad scoffed. You're 30, grow up. Yeah, grow up and keep paying your bills. Not anymore. He moved closer, voice lowering. We raised you, fed you, educated you. You owe us. I owe you nothing. I snapped. Not a cent, not a minute, nothing. Mom's voice cracked. You're destroying this family. No, I'm just not letting you destroy me. Suddenly, another car pulled up. My sister Sarah storming out. Are you happy now? Mom's been crying all morning. Dad's blood pressure is through the roof. Spare me the drama, Sarah, I shot back. This is what you all do. You play the victim whenever I stop giving you what you want. You're so selfish, you know that? She spat. You always think you're better than us. No, I just finally realized I deserve better than this. Fine, go be alone then, she screamed, turning to my parents. Let's go, let him rot. But before they got into their cars, Mom turned back one last time. Her face twisted with fury. You'll come to understand this one day, Tim, you're going to come crawling back, begging for forgiveness. I smiled. Don't hold your breath. They left, tires screeching, and the silence that followed felt like a cold, clear sky after a storm. I leaned against the door, my pulse racing. Then my phone buzzed. I almost ignored it until I saw the notification. Unauthorized login attempt on your bank account. My heart skipped a beat. They were trying to hack my account. Another notification. Password reset request received. They were desperate, but they didn't understand. The more they pushed, the harder I'd push back. I didn't wait. I opened my banking app and double-checked everything. Every account, every credit card locked. Two-factor authentication on everything. Then I went further. I called the bank. Yes, this is Tim Blake. I want to place a security hold on any joint accounts with my family's names. Mr. Blake, are you certain? This will restrict their access entirely. I'm counting on it. The next call was to the mortgage company. My name was still on the house my parents lived in. I co-signed years ago. Another favor they begged for. I wasn't even sure they were still paying it off. I need to temporarily freeze any changes to the mortgage account under Tim Blake's name. I instructed. Understood, sir, but this may prevent the account holder from making payments. Good. As I hung up, my phone buzzed again. Unknown number. I let it ring, but the messages followed. Tim, what are you doing? You're going to ruin everything. Mom, you have no idea what you're starting. Sarah, I ignored them. They wanted chaos. I would give them chaos. Then an email from my lawyer. He was brief and to the point. Tim, your family has tried to remortgage the house without your consent. They need your signature. I blocked the attempt, but they may try something else. My jaw tightened. So, they were trying to take full ownership behind my back. Of course, another call. This time, I picked up. Tim, it's Dad. His voice was low, almost calm. A fake calm, like a storm about to break. Make it quick. Why are you doing this? Freezing the mortgage? Your mother is in tears. We're your family. No, I was your bank account and now that's over. This is ridiculous. You're hurting everyone. I'm protecting myself. I saw the remortgage attempt. I know what you're trying to do. Silence, then a sigh. We're trying to fix things. Tim, you're the one making it impossible. Fix things or just take everything while you still can. You're a burden. I hung up. My hands were shaking. But it wasn't fear. It was rage. They thought they could keep using me, draining me, then toss me aside. No, not anymore. I called my lawyer. John, I want to sell my share of the house. I want it done fast. Tim, that will force them to either buy you out or sell the house. Perfect. Within an hour, he had sent the paperwork. The message was clear. Either they paid me my share or they'd lose the house. Another text lit up my phone. You really want to do this, Tim? Sarah, you're going to destroy everything? Mom's been crying all day. I responded. I'm not destroying anything. I'm just taking back what's mine. Silence for an hour. Then a new message. Fine. You want a war? You got it. I laughed. They were so sure they could scare me, but I had more ammunition. I logged into my email and started a new draft. Subject, financial audit, family expenses, body, Dear John, I want a full audit prepared of every expense I've covered for my family over the last 5 years. Mortgage payments, loans, credit card debts, education fees, everything. I want it itemized with dates and amounts I had sent. They wanted to see what I'd done for them. Fine, I'd show them in cold, hard numbers, but I wasn't done. I went through my messages, screenshots, and bank statements, collecting every proof of their manipulation, their pleas for money, their insults. They thought I was weak, that I'd break, but they were about to learn what desperation really looked like. Another loud, insistent knock on the door. I checked the peephole. Sarah and my father, their faces twisted with anger. Tim, open this door, Dad shouted, his voice muffled but furious. Get out of here. I yelled back, we need to talk. Sarah screamed, "You can't do this." "I already did. You think you can ruin us and walk away?" Dad knocked on the door loudly. "You think you're so smart?" "I'm smarter than you thought," I shot back. "Now get off my property before I call the police." Silence, a heavy, thick silence, then Sarah's voice, low and sharp, "You'll see what happens next." They stormed away and I watched through the window as they argued by their car, pointing toward my apartment. Another text flashed. "This won't end well for anyone." I smiled. They had no idea what they'd started. For the first time in years, I was free. No calls, no messages, no guilt trips disguised as family support. Silence. I filled my days with work, finally catching up on projects I'd ignored. I started going to the gym again, reconnected with a few friends, the ones who didn't disappear at the first sign of trouble. But the silence never lasted. It started with an email from my lawyer. My share of the house had been sold, but it wasn't as simple as I thought. The house wasn't even fully theirs. It was still under a heavy mortgage, and because I co-signed that mortgage,